In the wake of reports led by EY and Reach Out at the onset of 2019, stating that the LGBTQI youth of Australia are twice as likely to experience psychological distress in comparison to the average population, many non-governmental groups are leading the charge in filling in the gaps. Being the Program Manager for Safety, Inclusion and Historical Justice at ACON, the AIDS Council of Australia, Michael Atkinson's job is largely based on addressing the impact of sex and gender-based discrimination.
So if we can break down barriers that prevent queer people from accessing health services, government services, local government services, from participating fully in life, then we're going to create a healthier population.
Through his experiences with ACON's various inclusivity programs, he has found that young people are the most vulnerable to developing mental health issues, labelling it as minority stress. To aid in reducing these numbers, Michael has spearheaded a safe space program called Welcome Here.
It's like a community development project, and it's kind of like a first step inclusion project. So when people join, we send them a pack. And in the pack, there are stickers and a charter. So they put the charter and the sticker up in a really visible place within their service. The charter requires members to commit to welcoming LGBTIQ young people, all people, celebrating LGBTIQ diversity, and creating local change. We are seeing a lot of trans and gender diverse youth groups that are forming and working on their own to meet their own needs. And what I mean is local action.
Ben Lee, a bar manager within Sydney CBD who has recently been involved in setting up the Welcome Here philosophy in his own establishment, recognises how important it is to create spaces free from discrimination, which leads to deteriorated mental health over time.
I think it's because most average people just assume that from an outside perspective, queer identifying people will feel comfortable in any kind of space. There are certain things such as words and actions that definitely create an uneasy atmosphere unless someone comes out and says, hey, that's not okay, or hey, I'm standing with you. And those sort of things need to happen, otherwise no one's ever going to be comfortable in a hostile environment.
In asking Michael if he had noticed any perceivable gaps in queer-specific governmental health services, as well as ways to create positive change for the LGBTQI youth of Australia, he states.
As to why LGBTIQ young people's mental health is a priority or not, so definitely I would advocate for programs that are youth-driven or driven by young people to meet their own needs, to identify their own needs, to address their own needs, to empower young people to have a voice, to be active, not just in terms of those types of projects and programs, but politically and socially. We need young people, they're our future, and it's absolutely important that we drive that kind of an approach.